Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Enigmatica 2 Expert. So anyways, since the last episode, this is actually the same day as the first episode. It's quite a few hours later, but it is the same day. I'm actually on the server right now with Flash War. So anyways, I have been pillaging some nearby villages. So this little village here, I have been pillaging it, because of course at our base we don't have a lot of resources. We don't have wood. We didn't have food. I have potatoes planted now. We just didn't have a whole lot of stuff. So I've been pillaging this place, and this place actually has one of those really awesome, it's right over there, one of those awesome markets that are filled up with wood. So I have lots of wood now. I've also been gathering the chests, because the chests in this pack, they take a little bit more effort to craft, because you do need either treated wood or wooden tough tool rods to make them. Which, I mean, it's not too bad. We could pull it off. But it's just a little bit easier to pillage the nearby towns. I actually don't have beets, so I want to grab these. In fact, okay. But anyways, I have been pillaging this town. This is actually my second trip over here. I've already been here once, filled up on materials, and then went back and dumped it all off. And I'm actually out here with Captain Jack. That's going to be his name whenever I get a name tag and an anvil. Captain Jack, my little rabbit companion. Which is actually quite fitting, because I've actually got a few rabbits myself. Anyways, pillaging that place for resources. I think I've got most everything out of there, except for if I just want to go and gather the wool and stuff. I also stole one of their banners from the front of their ship. I snuck up there and I stole it, because I want to be a pirate too. I'm not for sure if we're going to go with like a pirate-style build, necessarily. I'm actually kind of leaning towards it, because it's kind of fitting for our base. We might go with a pirate build. But it's going to be, of course, it's going to be underground, but... I don't know, we'll see. We might have like a big pirate ship down underneath, down in the cave. We might do a pirate style build though, like a pirate's den. Oh, and I did die. You'll notice I do have a death marker over there. There was actually another boat. I don't know if you noticed it near that little dock area. There was another boat over there, because I actually just recently died. Just recently died. And then I had to come back over here and get my stuff. The reason being, nighttime hit. And the mobs in this pack are really dangerous. I've actually been down in the caves, and I haven't died down in the caves. Basically because I was just lighting something up, and I'll show you whenever we get back to the base. But I was lighting stuff up, and I ran into some really mean mobs. And what killed me in the village there was a baby skeleton, or a baby zombie with some really heavy tier armor. But anyways, we're back home now. So I actually made a little custom message here. Asgard's base are these be dangerous waters. For my claim chunks here. And I have been basically just digging since last episode. A lot of digging, and like I said, I did light up some areas underground. But these chests are filled with booty at this point. Right here I have ironwood boots, plate, and helm. Everything but the leggings. And these actually came off of a baby zombie, which I find kind of funny that I'm wearing baby zombie armor, or I could wear baby zombie armor. I've also got a multi-shot one bow. But the mobs in this pack are decked out. I ran into a skeleton with full flux armor earlier, which was awesome. I killed him. I didn't die. I killed him. But I basically just had to block him off, so that he couldn't get to me. Anyways, I'm going to put down our pirate banner. Looks like my rabbit's paddling. But anyways, I've been digging this out, and actually the ravine that's over here, if we look down there, I have been down there. If we come over here, I've just planted some potatoes down. Nothing elaborate, just basically getting some kind of food source planted aside from just berries that I'll be able to use. I mean, I'll be able to make baked potatoes. However, I do think we are going to go for probably maybe like a sushi or something pretty early in, because I mean that's the main resource I have access to is fish. And squid drop calamari, which you can use. You can also turn calamari into fish, which is quite interesting. But I've dug this out, and then I started digging out over here. And then I've got just big chunks of like iron everywhere. And then if you come down here, I've started doing kind of like, it starts spiraling down a little bit. So it's not going to be like a really steep spiral, but it does spiral slightly down. And then we come out to here, and this is where I had a lot of the mobs that I ran into, because I had this big cave down here. Thaumcraft air crystals, entropy crystals. But a lot of mobs over here, and then over here I saw there was mobs somewhere back over here. And so I started digging, and I found right here is the ravine. It's actually the bottom of the ravine right here. And I followed it all the way back and down that little side cave there and just lit it up. It wasn't too bad, but I did run into, you know, a few nicely armored mobs, let's say. But I want to upgrade our tools this episode because mining has been slow and there's that iron and aluminum and all that stuff in my way. And I can't really get it out of the way until we upgrade our tools. So I do want to do that today for sure. Let me grab this. And I did go out, while I was out, I gathered a bit of sand. So what we're going to do is, the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab a bit of this stuff, sand, gravel, and some clay. And I want to make... oh, by the way, I gotta show you my tools too, because I did make a few more tools. Oh, it's clay blocks. Oh, but I can make it. Yeah, I can make it like this too. So, yeah, we'll just do that. And how did I get? I didn't have 2 stacks of clay on me. How did I get my clay back? Not really sure how I pulled that off. How I got the clay back like that. But, anyways, I want to get some grout smelting because we're going to start moving into smeltery today. Because that's the next logical step. And this, I don't know, is a bug. I'm gonna dump it back in here, I guess. We will count ourselves lucky today. So the seared bricks are going. Down here, our pickaxe, I've actually mastered the pickaxe. I mean, there's still XP because I think there's like a grandmaster level. But we have mastered it, so we already have 7 modifiers available on this thing. Just because of the amount that I've been mining. I'm also comfortable with the flint longsword. I also made a mattock, and also made a comma as well. The mattock, of course, works as an axe, a hoe, and a shovel. So it's kind of like 3 tools in one. And then the comma works as plant harvester, so you can harvest plants really quickly with it, and you can also shear sheep with it with a right click. So I just figured it would be nice to have on hand, you know, in case I need it. Also, I made a pattern chest, which I love the way these pattern chests look for TC now. And then I made all the patterns. So we have all the craftable patterns unlocked and available to us. So anyways, if we take a look inside of the quest book, like I said, we're going to move into this next because we can't really do this yet. We have to get more mining levels. And there is a quest for gates. We need to make a coke brick, our very first coke brick. And that is going to unlock the immersive engineering chapter. That's how this pack works, is you basically have gates that you work through and you unlock these tabs. Because by default, none of these actually have any quests that are available. But you can see there's a massive amount of quests within this pack. A massive amount. But we have to unlock all of those. I guess technically bragging rights is open, but you won't be able to do that anytime soon. That's like creative level stuff for that. So anyways, they want us to make a Smeltery Controller, a seared tank, 2 seared bricks, Smeltery Drain, faucet, casting table, and then 2 pieces of clay, which we've already gotten, and then a melter, a seared heater, a casting table, and a faucet. I don't think we actually have to do both of these. I think we get to pick which one, because this is like the Tinker's Complement. I'm not for sure. I think I'm probably just going to go straight for the big one, because it's faster and everything, so I think we're going to go straight for that one, because I've got plenty of... I mean, honestly, living on the ocean, you always have all the gravel, clay, and sand that you could want. Like, right at your fingertips. Especially with vein miners, so all we have to do is reach out and grab it. So our controller, let's go ahead and get 2 bricks. And then we are also going to need to smelt up some sand. Let's get some glass here. We'll get that going, because we're going to need to make a tank. It's not detecting that. That's fine. It probably will once everything's done. Then we're going to need a Smeltery Drain. And I'll tell you what, I'm probably going to go ahead... well, we'll just go with 1 for right now, I think. And we'll do like a corner setup. And let's get a couple faucets. Let's get a casting table and a casting basin. Just so we've got them both. And then, what else do we need? Just the tank. Smeltery Drain, yeah, just the tank. These are like the only recipes I never remember by, just by default. Okay, so there is that. And quest complete Smeltery. And yeah, we don't actually have to complete this side of stuff. And we'll go ahead and get our loot chest. There we go. And let's see what we got. We got 8 transformer upgrades. I'm actually kind of happy with that. That's a pretty decent loot chest for like future stuff once we start IC2. It's actually kind of nice because you can actually see all the aspects of everything, like just holding shift on it, which is kind of nifty. Alright, so let's go set this thing up. And I think the next quest involves us upgrading to copper tools. Yes, we're going to need to melt down some copper, and we get to choose between 8 coal, 32 grout, or 16 glass. None of which are terribly important to us. I'll probably actually just take the glass, I imagine. And for right now, we're going to stick the smeltery in, because I'm kind of just living up here right now as I dig things. Of course, it's going to take, it takes a little bit to get a base set up. And we're just going to build this back into the wall here. Okay, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger than, I think they're wanting us to build like a 1x1. I'm going to build it more like this. It's like a 3x2x2. That's what we're going to go with for our day 1 smeltery. And then on the front here, I just need to put down, let's see. Actually, I might, how do I want to, yeah, I want to do 2 drains, which I will need a little bit more grout. So I'm going to get this stuff smelting up. Okay, we'll go ahead and make 1 more drain. We'll have 2 of them, and I'll have 1 on each side, basically. So what we're going to do is we'll put a drain right there, a drain right there, put our faucets in, and then our controller setting right there, our tank right there, or no, actually, we'll put the tank right beneath the controller. Casting basin, oh wait, I'm gonna wait to put those. I need 2 more bricks just to fill that in. And this will be a decent sized smeltery for us, starting out. So there we go. It is a formed multi-block casting table, casting basin, and there we go. Now I need to go find lava. Lava is the next thing. And I'm going to go ahead and take, let's see, what does it take to make a bucket? I guess I'm going to go ahead and take just 4, yeah, because I'm not going to move any water right this second. I've already moved all the water I need to do. I'm just going to take all my buckets and I'm going to go fill them all up with lava. It actually looks like there's lava right over here somewhere. I hear it bubbling. It's down here beneath me somewhere. Right there. Okay, that's great. That is great. I was actually kind of concerned about where will we find lava because I hadn't seen any up until now. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and fill all these up. Of course, they're going to be one-time use using these clay buckets. Do I really? No, you know what? I only need 4. The lava's close by, and to be perfectly honest, I'm probably going to have a hard time using up 4 buckets of lava before we get normal buckets. So this will be fine. Honestly, I'll probably have a hard time using up like 2 buckets worth. And there we go. I accidentally grabbed a bucket and broke another bucket, basically. That's fine. We'll dump those back into there. Okay, so now what we need to do, let's see. We need to make, first up, we need to make a temporary cast. Even though I do have gold here. And that actually completes that quest. Just getting copper completes that quest. So we'll go ahead and detect submit it. And we are going to take the glass. I'd rather have the glass, I think. Okay, so quest complete, harvest level 1. Now I actually need to make the copper harvest level, though. And yeah, I guess we're going to have to make temp casts. Would be the best way to do this. So I'm just going to take like, let's see, it's going to be 2 clay per cast. I'm just going to take like, we'll start with 8 in there. We'll go ahead and melt that up. We're going to go ahead and make a cobblestone, or cobblestone pickaxe head, and we're going to cast this. Is that done yet? No, it's not quite done yet. Okay, there's a little bit of molten clay. We'll go ahead and dump that on our pickaxe head, and then now I need to actually start smelting up some of this copper, which this does double it, I think, in this pack, right? No, it does not double it. Okay, which that's fine. Probably won't need as much clay as I made, but that's okay. I can always pour it out. Yeah, I'm going to pour out a little bit of this in the casting basin. And then our copper, let's go ahead and just dump this. And we'll get our copper pickaxe head. Whoops. And you can see it consumes the cast. That's why I don't want to make just a ton of those. Because they're not worth it. Alright, let's take our pickaxe. We're going to have this fully repaired, right? No, we can actually... even though it's going to drop the durability if I do that, so we might as well go ahead and fully repair it first, because flint is cheap. Alright, so fully repaired, and then we'll upgrade it. Master Copper Pickaxe. Very, very nice. And it's got a little bit more durability. And at least copper will be easy to repair at this point, because I've got tons of copper. And there we go, getting an upgrade advancement. Okay, now we should be able to mine aluminum, I think. Yes, we can. Great. And we can actually mine this apatite as well. Okay, I went around and gathered up all the aluminum. I've got 28 pieces. That's everything that I needed kind of out of the way in terms of aluminum. And then what we can do is we can take this and we can just dump it. It's going to be 3 aluminum to 1 copper, and we're going to get aluminum brass. Woo. Okay, so now it's a whole lot easier to make casts. And I'm going to go ahead and make a cast for... let's do a sword blade. Oops, let me just dump that in there. A sword blade. Let's also do a... well, we'll just do the sword blade for now. That'll be the main thing that I want right this second. And of course, these ones do not break. And one thing I am going to do, just really, really quick. Let me pop over here. Let me grab this last blank pattern. I was actually kind of happy that it came out with 1 extra. And then I'm going to get on sorting items here soon. So we'll have everything sorted. This is all still just day 1 for me. So, and we'll just put that right there. And that way we can put our casts into there. And let's go ahead and make a copper sword blade. And there we go. Dun, dun, dun. And you can see I can drop my sword blade cast into there. Awesome. I'm also going to need to make an ingot cast. But let me go ahead and upgrade this, that, and there we go. Copper longsword. Okay, now to make an ingot, I am fairly certain that we can actually just smelt the metal. Yes, we can smelt it and get 1 for 1 as well. So we'll go ahead and just smelt a piece. Now I do actually have some ingots. I have like 1 iron. I've got a couple gold. But copper I have lots of, and I'd rather make my cast out of copper. So we'll just dump that on there. And our aluminum brass, even though I guess we don't really have to make ingots through this. But we can, so I don't know, we might. It comes out to be the same as the furnace, so, but at least we have it. And then next up we have another mining level to get. Working through our mining levels, we need to get Certus Quartz Crystal. I didn't think I could mine that, because I found some down here, but I didn't think that I could mine the Certus Quartz. Unless maybe I was looking at like charged Certus, and it's maybe different, I don't know. Let's see, that's charged Certus. That's all charged Certus. Charged Certus takes a tier of 7 to mine it. But we need Certus Quartz before we can mine iron. And we need iron before I can actually start Architecture Craft. Which is kind of what I'm working towards right now. I want to start Architecture Craft so I can make the pillars. That's charged Certus. Where's the regular people's Certus? Right here. Okay. There we go. We'll grab a little bit of that. And there's a little bit more. Okay. We don't need that. Okay. We completed that quest. And we get to choose between a bow, a copper hammer with unbreaking, or 32 torches. I'm definitely going to take the copper hammer. Because the copper hammer does a 3x3 mining. Which is... it's going to help me out a lot. That's actually a pretty good hammer too. To actually make this thing, what does it take? Just a lot of copper. Okay, I could make more of them fairly easily. Okay, but now that we've completed that quest, iron. We need to get 2 iron ore, and we get a lava clay bucket. Awesome. Okay, so let's go upgrade our tool. We're kind of just working through tool upgrades a little bit this episode. Because you do kind of have to do this like right out the gate in order to actually progress much. Okay, so we want to make some tools out of Certus Quartz. We're going to go ahead and just make a pick. I'm not going to worry about upgrading the sword to Certus Quartz. I'm actually not for sure. What's the damage on Certus Quartz? It would actually be... it'd probably come out to be about the same as the copper. I just want the pick, just so that we can move to iron, is all I want. And then we'll just dump this right there, Certus Quartz pick. And isn't it iron pick? And now we can mine iron. Yay! There we go. Harvest level 3. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and just run through here. Let me go ahead and claim this quest. Lava clay buckets. And now we've unlocked cooking for blockheads, which I'm excited about. Because, of course, that was in SevTech, but it was kind of useless in SevTech by the time that you got it. So we didn't really use it. It's going to be very, very useful in this pack, especially since this pack has Pam's Harvest Craft, and we're going to be doing a lot of Pam's Harvest Craft over the upcoming episodes. So I didn't mine all the like aluminum and stuff on this side. I just mined it. Basically all the aluminum that was kind of in my way. Okay, and the next mining level is lead that we have to get to. And we actually get like bronze or seared bricks, like all different kinds of stuff there. But let's go ahead and melt ourselves down a little bit of iron, and this will be where I actually upgrade the tools to. So I'm going to go ahead and make a bit of that and get that stuff melting up. And then while I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and make some stuff to upgrade the comma and the mattock as well. So we'll go ahead and get, you know, like a stone axe head, a stone shovel head, and a stone comma head. Alright, so iron sword. And we're going to see a decent jumping damage, about a heart, or a half heart. And then our pickaxe, iron pickaxe, our mattock. We're going to go ahead and do iron for both the pieces right now. Oh wait, that's comma. That's the comma part. There we go. And then the comma. There we go. Because iron should be pretty common and we shouldn't have any issues keeping that stockpiled. Okay, I've actually found some tin ore while I was mining around. And then I just found silver and lead at Y26. So let's go ahead and snag this stuff. And that's not enough lead, is it? To upgrade this. There's also cinnabar there and there. It says 2 lead ore. But I only found 1, I thought. Anyways, we can get 16 bronze, 32 seared bricks, or 16 iron. I'm going to take the iron, I think. I do believe, because we're going to need a lot of it. It says, okay, finding silver will also complete this quest. It has the same harvest level. So silver or lead will work. So I guess we're going to use the silver. And I did find some osmium right there, which I'm thinking that's the next one, right? Isn't it osmium? Yeah, osmium or pig iron pickaxe head. Oh, and actually we get an alumite shovel, electrum shovel, or night slime shovel. Which honestly I'm probably going to go with, I might go with like the night slime or the alumite, either one. And we can put it on our mattock. And we should still be able to repair our mattock with the, like its iron axe. We should still be able to repair it with that, which will be nice. I did start digging this out. You'll notice that my copper shovel is just about broken. I did start digging this out a little bit because we're going to be working in there here soon. Very, very soon. Okay, I've got over a stack of iron now. And I'm going to get some potatoes cooking up because I'm starting to get hungry and I don't think I have much. I do have this pumpkin pie left as a fallback food. So anyways, let's go ahead and dump in our silver. We'll just make this out of silver, 2 of those. Okay, this still has copper in it. I'm going to keep dumping that out then. By the way, this drawer, like, we are just about filled. By the way, I forgot to mention, I did mention on the chat on the server, but I forgot to mention in this episode. The drawers have a storage of 64 by default, so it's actually double the standard default drawer storage, which also means that your upgrades are going to be, you know, they're going to have a lot larger of an impact, because of course it multiplies it by the base storage, and the base storage of the drawers is 64 stacks in this pack, which is quite nice. I actually really love that. Okay, so let's go ahead and silver, we'll go ahead and make our pickaxe head, and then we'll just go equip this thing. I'm going to go ahead, do I want to repair it first, or no? It's not like silver's that rare, really. I've also got aluminum smelted up over here. I've got copper smelted up over here. And more copper over here. And we'll go ahead and do that. Whatever. It's not efficient, but that's okay. Okay, now the next thing I want to do, before we go out and mine anymore, which there is osmium right there, all I have to do is go mine it up real quick. But one thing I do want to do is I want to go ahead and take some of this iron. Like, that's why I've been looking for iron. Is because I want to go ahead and make an anvil. Because I don't want to take a chance. I mean, this hammer has unbreaking on it. Just unbreaking tier 1, but it's still a really nice hammer. So I want to go ahead and repair this if we can. So we'll just put this down. Drop in our hammer. Drop in 4 pieces of copper. and 4 levels. There we go. Fully repaired. And it actually clears out a decent amount before it gets, you know, before I have to repair it. Of course, I do want to move to a Tinker's Hammer, and I'm pretty sure we could make the Tool Forge right now. Yeah, it says it can be crafted with any 4 metal blocks. So we could use iron, I could use copper, you know, whatever. We will probably upgrade it with copper, I think, because I've got a lot of copper available. But for right now, I want to pop down here, I want to get some osmium. Because it's literally, like, right down inside this tunnel. I was just digging a tunnel, kind of looking for iron, kind of looking for lead, and I came across this. So there we go, there is our osmium, and quest complete. Okay, and we're going to take the, let's see, the alumite's a little bit faster, but I mean, this is going to be for the mattock, which also does wood. But that's shovel speed. We'll just take the night slime, it's higher durability. And there we go, that quest is completed. Now the next one is Obsidian Sharpening Kit, which we're going to need an osmium level pick, so I'm going to have to go up and upgrade this. We're kind of working through the mining levels at a decent rate at this point. Technically, we could unlock immersive engineering, but we're going to do that next episode. I don't want to rush into it because there's plenty of other stuff to be working on at this point. Oh, and we did add a death scoreboard. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we did add that into onto the server so we could keep up with deaths, just for fun. Alright, so let's toss in a couple pieces of that osmium. I'm going to try to get the rest of this copper poured out. And while we're waiting for that osmium to smelt up, let's go ahead and upgrade our mattock. So we'll put that on there, and it's going to add crumbling, which breaks soft blocks that don't need a tool a lot faster. So sand, dirt, stuff like that. I guess technically wood, I think, would work. And then since we have iron, we have magnetic on like everything. Magnetic 2. Go ahead and take that. And then how's this osmium doing? It's melted down. Let's go ahead and pour out our new pickaxe head. And I am going to go ahead and repair this because osmium, I've only found that one deposit. Silver, I feel like it might be a little bit more common. I'm not for sure. It may not even matter. But anyways, there is our osmium pickaxe, which has 540 durability, which isn't too bad. Well, before we go off pushing through more levels, because we're about to be at the nether level. I mean, it's like obsidian, then it's cobalt, manulin. We might get obsidian this episode, but I probably won't push any further past that, I don't think. Okay, so let's go ahead. I've got some seared bricks right here. Either copper or aluminum would work. I'm probably just going to go with copper. I've got it on hand. So let's go ahead and get ourselves 4 blocks of copper. That's our seared brick, our tool station, and there we go, our tool forge. Which means now we can make all the higher tier stuff like shurikens. I'm probably going to end up making maybe some shurikens between episodes. Honestly, I'm thinking about making a rapier as well. Of course, we didn't need the tool forge for that, but I am thinking about making a rapier to go along with our longsword because rapiers are quite nice. And there's so many armored mobs within this pack, I think a rapier would really pay off really, really quick. So I do think I am going to end up making a rapier so that we've got it. Okay, I went ahead and dug down. I mean, we're at like Y, 15, 13, 12. I went ahead and dug down here to where we might find some obsidian because I figured we're already working on mining levels. So we might as well go ahead. I see quite a few diamonds down here too, which is nice. I just got to deal with this creeper. There we go. Okay. Quite a bit of iron down here. Nickel. Some more lapis, and I do want that. There's some more osmium. I'll take that as well. Coal. Redstone. We'll go ahead and grab 1 batch of this. There's thorium, which is at manulin level, which we can't mine just yet. The lapis I definitely want. And I actually hit another lapis deposit on the way down, so we're up to 64 lapis. I see some more over there as well. And there's some more lapis. Good. Emeralds. We'll get those later. But this right here, this is what I want. I want some obsidian. So let's go ahead and get this. We've got magnetic, so it should pull everything to us. Alright, so pow, there we go. Ice bucket challenge. And we got ourselves some obsidian. Alright, and there's gold here, which is always good. And more gold. I'll take that. And I'm trying to get over here to this lapis. So we got a stack and a half. That's not too bad. And do we want to go ahead and mine our first... well, I'll come back down here in just a second. We're going to go ahead and head back up for right now. Since I've got a little bit of lapis to get us started, I want to go use this. And we can make our Obsidian Sharpening Kit, because we've got 25 Obsidian. Okay, so there's our Obsidian Sharpening Kit. We'll go ahead and grab that, and that'll complete this quest right here. And we can either get a Splash Potion of Fire Resistance, or Flint and Steel. I'm just gonna take the Flint and Steel. Oh, we get both of them. Okay, my bad. And then we can take our Obsidian Sharpening Kit and a piece of flint and apply that. So it is now fortified at Obsidian mining level. That is a good pick for right now. Okay, and so now what we're going to do is, actually before we go down there, let's take our pick. Let's take all of our lapis and let's apply luck to it. We're going to get luck 1, and then we'll run it through again and get 94 out of 180 on luck towards luck 2. And then of course it goes up to 360 after that. So I'm going to start working up luck on this, and then after that we'll do like the sword and stuff like that. But we definitely have the modifiers available. I could have put some redstone on there, but I'm going to wait until I get the luck maxed out before I bother mining any more redstone other than that. Actually, I think right now technically we could make the scanner. Oh, we need nether quartz. Well, that's not... We could go to the nether right now if we wanted to, but that does take RF though, so we're not going to be able to charge it right this second. And then we can mine this cinnabar that's in our way, which is of course from Thaumcraft. Thaumcraft and Ender.io are both in the pack, and they both have pretty big updates since like previous versions. And then we can go up here and we're going to mine our very first emeralds and diamonds on camera. There's emeralds. We got 2. Not too bad. And then our diamonds. There we go. We got 7. I'll take it. The ones over there by the lava, I may wait until I get fortune or luck 3 before I mine those, but that's fine. And we'll go ahead and grab nickel. There's some lithium. There is magnesium, which actually means that this is one of the big ore veins. Because you can see nuclear craft ores only spawn in super veins, so we literally have a super vein right here, right underneath our base. So these are actually pretty rare within the pack. Or more rare. Not really pretty rare, but they're more rare. Oh, and we can actually mine up the crystals from Thaumcraft now, too. Which is always good. So we'll go ahead and get ourselves some water crystals. Your fingers tingle strangely as you handle the crystal. What does that mean? Maybe some rest will inspire you. And if we take a look here, we have unlocked the gate for unlocking Thaumcraft. We just need to get a crystal of some type. So we can either get... So we get 16 paper and 4 red velvet cakes. Let's go ahead and claim that. And let's head back up top, because we're just about to wrap up the episode, but I think it's nighttime. Which also means that we have unlocked this tab, the Thaumcraft tab. And you can see there's actually over here, the Industrial Craft gate is open, and the Forestry gate is open to us. Okay, it is nighttime, so let's get a little bit of rest real quick. And pow, you awaken from a strange dream, you quickly write it down before the memory fades. I wanted to make sure and get that with you guys. So let's go ahead and... My inventory is awesome. Let's grab our little book here, and we have the Strange Dreams by Asgaard. It says, I had the strangest dream last night. In the dream, I took 3 of those strange crystals I've been finding and ground them with a handful of redstone in a bowl using a piece of flint. The crystals had to be of different types, but if I did it properly, then the result was a strange glowing dust. In the dream, I took the dust and sprinkled it on a bookcase, but the dream ended before I saw what happened. I wonder, should I do what the dream showed? I have the impression the dust was going to reveal something wondrous, but dangerous. Dun dun dun. So, anyways, we'll pick back up next episode. We'll probably actually start into a little bit of Thaumcraft next episode. I also want to get into cooking with Blockheads next episode. And then we might even start into Forestry, Industrial Craft, Immersive Engineering, something like that. Technically, we could actually start into Astral Sorcery too, because I believe it's mining level 6 or 7 that you can get Aquamarine. So, of course, well, you need a mining level 6 or 7. Well, our shovel is Obsidian level. So, and we could make a sharpening kit if it wasn't. So, I think we can actually mine up Aquamarine now. And I've actually seen where some's at when I was out sailing. So that wouldn't be too big of an issue. But Anyways, we'll pick back up next episode. I'm going to do a bit of mining and continue building. And I'll probably go ahead and craft our architect's saw bench and maybe go get some orange dye for the hammer and make a chisel between episodes too, because now that we have iron, we have the materials needed for that. So I can actually start decorating and building. So that'll be exciting. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys then.